And we want to talk more about that new campaign ad from the John McCain camp. Joining us now from McCain headquarters, Nancy Fotenauer, McCain's senior policy advisor. Nancy, really good to see you. Thanks so much. Tell me about the ad and the reasoning behind it. Why Paris Hilton? Why Britney Spears? It does seem that you're trying to demean Barack Obama.
Not at all. We're trying to acknowledge the fact that he is a world celebrity. And it was wall-to-wall photo images and news coverage last week supporting that assessment. And it's not just ours, it's most individuals. But there's a big difference between being a world celebrity and being an American president. And the real question is that at a time when our country is facing the challenges that we're facing in the economy with rising energy prices in Iraq and Afghanistan, who is best equipped to be that leader? And that's John McCain. And I think that's why you see polls as tight as they are. This is a close race despite Obama's celebrity. And it's why it's clear that he can't necessarily translate fans into voters. You can look back into the primaries and see how he could pack an arena with 35,000 people in Philadelphia and then lose the state by 10 points.
Well, let me give you the response now from the Obama campaign. This is from Tommy Vietor. On a day when major news organizations across the country are taking Senator McCain to task for a steady stream of false negative attacks, such as the New York Times piece, I should add parenthetically, his campaign has launched yet another, where some might say, oops, he did it again. That, of course, a paraphrase of the Britney Spears song. Our dependence on foreign oil, says the Obama camp, is one of the greatest challenges we face in this election. The American people have a real choice between Obama's plan to provide tax rebates to American families while creating a renewable energy economy in America that frees us from our dependence on foreign oil, and Senator McCain's plan to continue the same failed energy policies. Well, you've heard all that again. But the basic line here is, oops, he did it again. Your turn, Nancy.
Well, first of all, I'm not at all surprised by anything the New York Times does or doesn't print at this point. But the bottom line is, whether you look at the economy, Senator Obama is proposing to raise taxes in an economic downturn. Senator McCain believes that lowering taxes is the best way to create jobs. On the energy, in the face of rising energy prices, Senator Obama opposes drilling, and he doesn't think nuclear power has a significant role as part of the solution for us. Senator McCain believes they do, as part of a comprehensive plan that includes other things like renewables and technological innovation as well. And when you look at Iraq and Afghanistan, you have Senator Obama saying unconditioned withdrawal based on a timetable, ignoring the military advice from military commanders on the ground, that has a very real possibility of putting us back in a third war with Iraq. And you have Senator McCain saying we will withdraw with victory based on conditions on the ground and the advice of our military leaders. The differences couldn't be more clear. And I would just point out to your viewers that Senator Obama attacks Senator McCain on the campaign trail every day. His campaign launched the first negative ad, not just in the general election season, but in the primaries as well. So,
well, you guys said on that conference call, Rick Davis said that he launched the first negative ad, but the way we look at it, we've gone back and checked the records. The first negative ad was the Republican National Committee ad, and then his ad, Obama's, was in response to that Republican attack ad.
Well, between the two campaigns, what I can say, our analysis is that he launched the first ad. It was July 8th, as a matter of fact, and it was on energy as of all
in
topics.
Response to an RNC ad.
But I think it's basically the pot calling the kettle black, if you will. But there are real differences between these two candidates and their vision for the future of this country. And Senator McCain has proven that he's a leader and that he has served this country and put his country's interests first time and time again. And on one level, Senator Obama's just given a speech about it.
Right. Well, I'm not going to argue with you about the fact that John McCain is a real leader, because I've covered him for years, and I know that is to be the case and has served his country. But I think the real question is whether your characterization of Barack Obama is accurate when you say he's just given a speech and he's a celebrity like Paris Hilton. I think comparing the Democratic nominee to Paris Hilton creates some questions, doesn't it?
Well, it's really about what there is there, what's behind the curtain, if you will, Andrea. And this is someone who, I mean, his campaign has really, in a very methodical way, tried to build this sense of celebrity. I mean, and you know that because you cover them. I mean, there's a lot of stagecraft that goes on here. It just doesn't mean there's any statecraft behind it. And that has resulted in things like a lack of access to the media, really a lack of retail politics, if you will. You have Senator McCain, where you had Senator Obama saying, I'll meet Senator McCain anywhere, any place, any time, and then basically repeatedly refused to engage in town hall meetings, kind of the one-on-one interaction, the retail politics and policy discussions that Senator McCain does every day, every week. And he's very open with his access to both the media and to the American people. And Senator Obama is kind of managed. That's their choice. That's absolutely fine. But it does raise the question about what real solutions are the two proposing at a time when this country is facing such serious challenges. And again, the differences could not be more clear. Raise taxes, Senator Obama. Cut them, Senator McCain. Don't drill, Senator Obama. Drill, Senator McCain. Pull out with a timetable in Iraq, despite what our military commanders say. Don't pull out unless it's based on conditions on or pull out rather based on conditions on the ground at the advice of our military leaders, Senator McCain.
Nancy Fottenhauer from the McCain campaign. One quick final question. Do you have a position? Does John McCain have a position as to what Ted Stevens should do? Should he step down now that he's been indicted, or should he stay in the Senate and serve in any capacity that he can until he faces the legal process?
Honestly, Andrea, I haven't spoken with the senator about it, and so I would wait to hear from him before I would even try to project what he would have to say on that.
Okay. Thank you very much, Nancy Fottenhauer. Thanks very much for joining us.